tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Columbus, Ohio, at a combined weight of 485 pounds, Doug and Danny, the Basham brothers. From France, weighing in at a combined weight of 480 pounds, La Resistance.
Good evening, and welcome to a sold-out show from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Michael Cole, here with Taz at ringside, and have we got a show for you tonight?
Hey, Cole, we're in the desert. This is nuts. Every SmackDown show is bigger and better than the ones that came before, and tonight's gonna be bigger than all of them.
That's a bold statement, partner, but I can't disagree. I don't think Phoenix has any idea what they're in for tonight.
That was a textbook reversal.
He's got his opponent in a precarious position.
No doubt, Cole. There's the neckbreaker. What a move!
He saw that one coming. Looks like the tag has been made.
I wonder if we're going to see anything this good on Raw next Monday, Cole.
Come on, Taz. I think we both know the answer to that. He was one step ahead on that one.
I gotta say, Cole, when I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away right here.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup.
Oh man, here it comes!
And that might be the end of the match right there. There's a reason that's called a finishing move.
And there's the tag.
Nice reversal.
There's the tag, Cole. Watch it. He reversed it. I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure this breaks this guy's heart.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think. Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
And that's a good thing, Cole. I don't ever want to think about where we'd be if they didn't.
Well, we wouldn't be sitting here calling this match, that's for sure.
Looks like someone's making it pretty clear that he's not feeling too threatened right about now.
Well, this is a good way to find yourself in a bad situation. He's wasting time instead of following up here.
This Danny Basham's a real bull in the china shop, Cole, I'm telling you. You don't want to get in this guy's way.
True enough, but I've noticed that superstars who know how to handle Danny's raw power often get the better of him.
He's been looking for that all match, Cole, and now he's taking advantage.
Come on, partner, taking advantage is a rather generous way to put it. He's cheating, plain and simple. What an incredible match we've seen so far.
And it ain't over yet, Cole.
It sure isn't. I think these superstars could keep going for quite a while longer.
And there's the counter, Cole. These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're gonna win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Well, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast partner either.
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. Then you could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time.
I'll tell you, anyone who thinks this business is a piece of cake, they should get in the ring with these superstars.
I don't think anyone would last too long against them. These are trained WWE professionals. Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some bad news for these fans. He don't give a damn what you think. You feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
This could be a finishing move right here. We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Hey, you know, that's not going to make you popular, but you got to do whatever it takes to win. Well, I think this one's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Not too tough to figure out who's going to win this one.
You know, this wouldn't be the first time you've made a prediction that didn't pan out.
That's pretty funny. You know what I predict? You keep up with your mouth, you're going to have a permanent limp. Could be a finishing move right here. You know, I was always under the impression that, like French dudes... Wow, great reversal. You know, Cole, the more I watch this match, the more I'm thinking that there's some legitimate personal issues here between these superstars.
You might be right, Taz. After all, they...
Oh, look at that. He's bleeding like a stuffed pig.
I can't tell if that's a cut or a broken nose, but either way, the referee might need to stop this fight.
The ref's not going to stop the match, Cole. It's just a little blood. Come on, be a man, will you? Man, I don't envy that ref. No, the last place I'd want to be is between these superstars.
You can say that again. Talking about hazardous to your health.
He dodged that bullet.
The conditions are right for a finishing move. These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going...
There's the reversal, Cole. his attitude, Cole, but you gotta admit that Robert Conway's a heck of an athlete.
Well, of course he is, Taz. He wouldn't be in WWE if he wasn't. That's not exactly something unique to Conway, you know.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz, and I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No,
Look out! The referee's been knocked out!
and this is where things start getting a little interesting, Cole. You're not gonna see action like this anywhere except SmackDown, Cole.
You'll get no argument from me, Taz. SmackDown is the dominant brand in all of sports entertainment. The referee saw the tag. Oh, no. Is this what I think it is?
You thought it was the brain damage. You're right, Cole. What a move!
What a reversal.
I think this proves without a doubt why SmackDown's the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
I can't help but agree, partner. You won't see action like this on Raw.
Yeah, and even if you did, you'd have to listen to a couple of yahoos jabbering about puppies and government mules and scolded dogs. I tell you, it's like a damn zoo over there.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win rather than compete fairly. I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
I'm sure they haven't, Cole. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything. As soon as you let the slightest doubt into your mind, you can forget about it.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning.
Man, his opponent looked like a punk with that counter.
You can find all sorts of weapons under that ring. Great reversal!
Look at this, Cole! Look at this!
Oh my God! There's a reason that's called a finishing move. The match usually doesn't go much longer. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? Looks like he's bringing in his partner.
You never know what to expect from these superstars, Cole. I mean, this could be over in 60 seconds or 60 minutes.
Well, it wouldn't break my heart if they went for an hour, Taz. I'm really enjoying this match. That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead.
It's crazy to think we actually get paid to do a job like this. There's thousands of people out there who would do this for free.
Really? Maybe I should look into that. I could get a better broadcast partner and save the company some money at the same time.
Keep it up, Cole. Keep it up. You're gonna find out how tough this job really is when your jaw gets wide shut. Look at these superstars, Cole. I mean, they're not even contemplating the fact that they might lose here tonight.
They've sacrificed.
He slipped out of that one. I think someone's looking for a weapon here, Cole. Nice quick counter.
What a cowardly move. He can't win fair and square, so he tries to screw his opponent out of the victory.
Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with him doing whatever it takes to win the match. If it was that bad, the ref would have DQ'd him, right?
And there's the reversal. There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out? Look at this, Taz. This could be it.
Good night, Irene. Nobody sticks around long after taking a finisher like that.
What a counter that was.
Oh, jeez, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz.
Whoa, that's not good.
Not if you want to keep from tapping out, it's not. Look at this. He's mocking his opponent.
I gotta admit, I was never a huge La Resistance fan in general, Cole, but Sylvain Grenier actually pretty impressive in the ring.
He better be. That attitude of his has got the Raw superstars lined up for a chance to shut us.
I love it. Talk about rubbing your opponent's face in it.
Yes, but this might not be the smartest course of action. This match is far from over. Boy, the arrogance of Sylvain Grenier really burns me up. I'm glad we don't have to deal with it. Oh, would you look at...
Here it comes, look out!
Oh, man. Many a superstar has fallen prey to that finishing maneuver. I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game. Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Well, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make...
He could get the pin right here.
One.
That wasn't even close to 3. You look at any other sport in the world, and you won't find a single athlete that can compare with a WWE superstar.
And there's a reason for that, Taz. There are no off-seasons here in the WWE. If you're a superstar, you're performing every week of the year.
And we're not talking about just swinging a bat or kicking a ball, neither.
And it looks like he's bleeding. This is not going to help his chances.
Well, that depends, Cole. I mean, some guys, they go a little nuts at the sight of their own blood, and they become unstoppable.
Well, that doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. I hope he ends this before he suffers a serious injury.
Ha! Now that's the way you do it. Let your opponent know who the boss is.
Or you can just keep posturing and give your opponent time to recover.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you gotta do whatever it takes to win. And if that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. You know, instead of showboating to the fans, maybe you should really keep your head to this match.
Come on, Taz.
Uh-oh, he's looking to put this guy away.
And he just might do it here with that neck breaker.
You know, I know I say this a lot, Cole, but this is not ballet. You step between those ropes, you better be prepared to take some punishment.
And to dish some out as well. I don't think I've ever seen a superstar win a match by being a tackling dummy. Come on, ref. That should have been a disqualification. disqualification right there.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, Cole, but it's not. It's not a disqualification. I'll tell you, Cole, this is what the WWE is all about.
You're absolutely right, Taz. The greatest athletes in the world competing on the grandest stage of them all. Folks, we'll be staying with this match to the end with no commercial interruptions.
Good thing, too, Cole, because I don't think we'd ever hear the end of it if we cut away here.
You're probably right, Taz. I know I wouldn't want to miss a second of this action. Will we see a finishing move right here?
So, Cole, you got any predictions, who you think's going to win this one?
No way. I've seen you embarrass yourself with enough bad guesses that I'm not going to risk doing the same.
I got to tell you, I didn't expect these guys to go off on each other the way they have tonight. This has been brutal, this match so far.
Well, Taz, it's not ballet, you know.
Oh, really, Cole? Gee, here I was wondering what happened to the pointy-toed shoes and the frilly little skirts. You know what? Maybe I should go check your closet. This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match, when you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you. I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you...
Look at this! Could it be?
You're damn right it is, Cole. And that's a heck of a finisher right there. Wow, look at that confidence. He's letting his opponent know who the boss is.
He'd better watch out, though. His cockiness could backfire in a major way. What's he got planned here?
Holy cow, what a neck breaker. That'll take the fight right out of you for sure. Man, look at these superstars. You can't ask for a better example of what makes SmackDown so great.
You sure can't. SmackDown's got the greatest superstars in the greatest matches for the greatest fans in all of sports entertainment.
Rope break.
He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
That means you gotta either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you gotta just flat out tap out. They made the tag, and here we go. This one could still go either way, Cole.
It sure could. It's not over until the referee calls for the bell.
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of the job.
On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
How much can these superstars possibly have left?
They got as much left as it takes, Cole. Trust me. You get in that ring and you find out you got reserves you never knew you had.
I can imagine. Nothing pushes you to the limit quite like a WWE match.
He likes fighting dirty, and it's easy to see why. He's pretty good at it.
He certainly is, and I hope he's proud of himself. Personally, I find it disgusting.
I think I've got a pretty good idea who's going to win this match, Cole.
I wouldn't be so sure, Taz. If there's one thing we've seen, it's that anything can happen here in the WWE. This capacity crowd is certainly getting its money's worth here tonight.
And it's a good thing, too, Cole. If they're not buying tickets, we're not getting paychecks.
Well, I don't think we'll have to worry about selling tickets the next time we come back here. Not after a match like this. These superstars certainly aren't going easy on each other tonight. They sure are giving the fans their money's worth.
No doubt, Cole. These WWE superstars put their bodies on the line night after night.
And the fans sell out these arenas night after night, Taz. Sounds like a pretty fair trade to me.
Wow, now that one's not in the rule book. But you know what they say, it's not a crime if you don't get caught.
I don't believe it. How could the referee have missed that?
I think we might be in for a finisher here, Cole.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
And I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, Cole, because it's sure not from personal experience, I know that.
What a jerk. How about a little less posing and a little more action?
Pump the brakes, girl pants. There's nothing wrong with getting inside your opponent's head like this. You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match. I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole, I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Taz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside the rules in the name of self-defense is one thing, but cheating to steal a victory and enhance your own career is something completely different.
You know, the key to winning a match like this is to build some momentum, and you're not gonna see a match won with just one or two moves.
No, but one or two big moves at a crucial point could change the direction of it completely.
I've been looking forward to this match all night long, Cole.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you have that kind of hype, it's really tough to live up to the expectations. But these superstars ain't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE. If if you ever wondered just how much punishment a human body could take, I think you're going to get an answer tonight.
You might be right, Taz. It doesn't look like these superstars are going to go easy on each other.
That's not what they're getting paid for, Cole. And besides, they got too much pride to give less than 100% in there. Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you ain't gonna see athletes like this anywhere else.
You certainly aren't. They're the greatest athletes in the world, and this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do best.
Look at these superstars go. It's obvious they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they had.
90% of a match is in the preparation, Cole. You gotta come ready for the battle. I think they're slowing their pace down a little bit, Cole, and that's a good way to refocus your energy, but you also give your opponent time to recover. That's not good.
It certainly isn't. But if you try to rush things, you could wind up making a critical mistake that could cost you the match. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
This is not just a match anymore, Cole. These superstars have got a legitimate beef with each other.
They do indeed. There's a lot of bad blood here for sure.
And if this keeps up much longer, that bad blood's gonna wind up all over the place. Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
No joke, Cole. These guys know what they're doing. Hence the word, trained professionals. This is one hell of a performance by some amazing superstars, Cole.
What did you expect, Taz? This is SmackDown after all, the number...
There's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too, and I do agree with what they're saying, Taz.
1, 2.
Is that it? No, only a 2 count. And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
You're not kidding, Cole. Can you believe this match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell out of me here, too.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting to watch. He could pin his opponent right here.
I think he's looking to finish this one off.
He might just do that with his patented neckbreaker.
Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole. When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz. I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
Me neither. Because I guess that just makes sense. I mean, after all, SmackDown is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
And that's one of the few things we completely agree on, partner. It doesn't get any bigger or better than SmackDown.
No doubt from what we're seeing here, these WWE fans are getting their money's worth.
If they don't yet, I'm sure they will by the end of the match, Taz.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to see that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
These superstars are showing some great intensity here tonight, and that's what the WWE fans came to see.
That's for sure, Taz. And the #1 rule here on SmackDown is to send the fans home happy. He's showing absolutely no respect for his opponent.
Yeah, and his opponent's not doing nothing about it. What's that tell you?
He's bleeding all over the place. This one's getting ugly.
It's definitely not pretty, but it's definitely effective, Cole. Look, here's the deal. You make your opponent bleed, and you got the psychological edge over him. Case closed.
Maybe so, but I'm more concerned about the risk to his physical well-being now that he's been busted open. Victory means absolutely everything for these competitors tonight.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. You got any others like, I don't know, nobody wants to lose? Or how about this one? The superstar who beats their opponent will be the winner.
How about Taz should spend more time calling the match and less time cutting down his broadcast partner?
I'll tell you, as long as these superstars have got anything left in the tank, they'll just keep going.
They certainly don't look like...
He's going for the submission.
And he might get it. He's got that hold locked in.
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially
rope break.
Oh my, there's the submission hold. He's in the driver's seat now.
No doubt, Cole, if your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't got much left. Conditioning's a huge factor in any match. If you can't go the distance, there ain't no way you're gonna win.
That's for sure, Taz. And the WWE superstars are some of the best conditioned athletes in the world. Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me. Man, there's a lot of blood. He's going for the cover, Cole.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, man, he's fake.
He picked up a very hard-fought victory.
I'm kind of surprised he got that pin, Cole. I thought this
Here
guy was
are
going to kick
your
out
winners.
Well, there's no doubt that he did a great job of wearing down his opponent.
Till
and
then,
that's the name of the game.
It sure is, Cole. If you let yourself get beat down to the point where you can't kick out, you got no one to blame but yourself.
Rob Conway.